Welcome to the podcast of LSI. After getting hit by so many viral storms, so many diseases, we have decided to come up with a venture that will educate you in terms of nutrition, and we will also explore how it has changed from people of olden times and people of modern times. Today we have a guest as Miss Apoorva. She is a faculty at LSI, that is a Lifeness Science Institute. It is a nutrition institute. So let's dive into the knowledge of nutrition today. Hello ma'am, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm also good. How is the things? How are you feeling?
Good.
Good. Excited for the podcast?
Of course, definitely.
So ma'am, actually I had a lot of questions for nutrition, and being a dietitian also I see a lot of change around the world. And one far most thing that I've observed is that the habits of people has changed, looking from my grandparents to my parents and to my habits. So what would you like to comment on the same?
Okay, so if you're looking at the older generation, of course, there is definitely a huge difference between them and us, no doubt. So if you're looking at their eating habits specifically, they had more time on their hands, they could have leisurely meals. Second, they used to eat on time. So nowadays what is happening is that we are not able to stick to even the 3 main meals at normal times. Usually for most people lunch may be delayed or dinner may be delayed. Many skip breakfast. I have seen that with so many people. So that is one major difference that they had. So problems were much lesser, of course. Third, definitely I feel that the food that they consume were more wholesome, more complex in nature, more nutritious. So if you see, generally they had like a thali kind of a system, right, where they had breaded roti, sabji, dal, chawal, whatever, they had their salad, etc. Yes, but along with that, even their physical activity levels were good. They did not have so much access to technology. So that was one major benefit for them. If we see same thing, if we see in today's generation, most of us are working professionals, so we are mostly hard pressed for time. So because of that, we tend to reach out for simpler methods to do things. So reaching out to convenience food or ready to eat foods is something that we look forward to because it makes our lives easier, and also I have succumbed to it multiple times. So that is one thing. Second, our per capita income has also increased. So we have a lot of disposable income, and we tend to spend it more on food as well. So because of this, the major shift, and of course we have access to so much of technology that I think we need to take a special time to do some kind of exercise. Yes. So that is one thing that we have. Because of that, our routines, our lifestyles are not as great as it is supposed to be.
Then I did read a research that the franchises of McDonald's, KFC has increased in India by 34%, which is why people are ready to go foods. Choices have increased because. But I've also seen after COVID hit, there have been people who are focusing more on healthy eating instead of going to junk food eating, or they are balancing it out. What do you think must have happened to that, and what change do you observe in them, and how do you feel about that?
So the lockdown was definitely a period which was very eye-opening to most of us. Everyone realized how important health is, because we saw a lot of patients who were affected with COVID basically had some of the other metabolic disorders, because of which they were more prone to it, or their condition deteriorated very quickly. So I feel that there was a change where people started focusing on their own health. So all of them, during that time, it was of course home workouts, ensuring you are at home, so you have more time to cook, etc. and all of it. I feel a few of them did continue it further. They have been able to do it. So that is definitely a positive shift altogether. I've also come across a study which was conducted in Italy actually in 2021. So in that study, there were approximately around 114-15 individuals So what they saw that the study was basically to check their consumption of fruits pre-COVID and post-COVID. So what they saw is basically they saw an increased consumption in fruits, vegetables and water in these two sectors. So that was definitely a great thing to look at. And similarly, a study was done in 2023 where they again saw what was it. So this was done, I think, I'm not really sure of the place, but over there they also saw that people started their consumption of junk food decreased, and at the same time of all these things, fruits, vegetables, grains and cereals increased. So that has been a very positive shift. Of course, I'm not saying everyone is going towards it. There are people who are still, we do opt for convenience foods like I mentioned earlier because accessibility is there. So it is still there, but there has been a slightly positive shift.
And a positive shift is good when it comes to people who are following it regularly and it is coming from within.
Absolutely.
Some people are following it forcefully because they are being forced by the family. You should not be vulnerable to these diseases. And I believe that increasing the consumption of vegetables will decrease so many risk of these diseases. But at the same time, there is of course a gap between people, gap between thinking. So how do you think that we can overcome that obstacle?
See, the obstacle is that we have become westernized through the years, of course, but we tend to now, even if for us, if not food as such, it will be reaching out to maybe pizzas or burgers. Or if you think of something, I have so many clients come to me and tell, okay, I want to have maybe, let's include avocado in your meal, etc. Yes, avocado is great. Of course, it's a good source of fat. All of that is definitely there. We have had it in India since ages and we know it as butterfly. That's the only thing. But we need to understand that we have other sources as well, which can be. We do not need to just focus on westernizing everything. We can go for locally available food. Similarly, for things like say asparagus or kale, we need to understand that this is not locally grown in India. Okay, so instead we can reach out to other green leafy vegetables. So let it be amaranth leaves. We know it's a great source of calcium. Why can't we have that instead? Right? We have our fenugreek leaves. So things like that, which one is easily available, is one barrier that can be broken to this westernization that is.
I think there is also one like eating fancy foods, so people will incorporate that because no wonder they are very healthy, but still the part that they have traveled to the nutrition has obviously got lost.
Yes, so definitely to a certain extent that does matter, and we can definitely the same thing, like instead of using say refined flour to make a regular pizza base or something like that, we can maybe offer a millet, because last year was year of millets as well. There was an increase in the trend of using millets in multiple preparations. So we can always try the same thing. You can get the same taste with locally available foods as well. So I think that's something all of us need to experiment and try.
More of the recipes and
Yes.
everyone should become a chef.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for so many insights I got to know from you. And before we wrap it up, what advice would you like to give to our viewers, to the students of LSI, in terms of nutrition, how they can educate people, how they can cater to different kinds of population, and how can they incorporate a healthy lifestyle for themselves?
Okay, so of course there's a lot of things to do, but if I can just summarize it up and just put it like what simple things that I think all of us, including me, should follow on a daily basis, which will definitely help improve our lifestyle. One is first that you need to be consistent. Consistency is something that I think all of us lack, because there's also sometimes motivation is a driving factor behind it. Now if you know there's a wedding coming up, definitely you will go everything, you do everything, you go on some very strict diets or you go to the gym regularly, etc. And as soon as it's done, okay, you're done for it. And of course New Year resolutions are always a big time when we start off things, but it fizzles out in just a few weeks. So one is consistency. You need to ensure that even if you hate doing it, you don't want to do it, you don't feel like doing it, remove 10 minutes, remove 15 minutes, just take it one step. Okay, it can be whatever activity you enjoy or whatever whatever maybe you decide, okay, I don't want to order food. So keep it consistent for maybe 4 or 5 days, and then maybe you can indulge in something. So that is one thing that will help. Second, you can keep yourself accountable to someone or the other, because often when people come to us, patients come, clients come, it's mostly that everyone knows what is good, what is bad. But ensuring that they are accountable to you, me, whoever it is, then they decide, okay, I have to go tell this person, this is the thing, that is the thing. So they'll think twice about making that decision. So same thing, all of us, we can keep our parents accountable, friends accountable, whoever is close to you, your partner. So this will ensure you're following a healthier lifestyle. We need to definitely reduce our screen times and move more. Okay, that is something I think all of us have to ensure. Ensuring that maybe you do group activities will maybe increase your things. You will have some company to do.
It will encourage everyone to participate.
Yes, you know your friends coming, so you think, okay, let me go and do that.
The quote is right, sitting is the new smoking these days.
Yes, 100%. So doing all these things and trying to be truthful to yourself and ensuring you want to reach somewhere, you want to be in the best of life is definitely important. So I think these are some things all of us definitely need to try very religiously, and we have to ensure we are consistent.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'd definitely like to involve more you. I'd like to invite you more now. So thank you so much for coming and accepting my invitation.
Thank you so much for having me here. It was great. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much for watching till the end. We hope to see you again for our next episode. So stay tuned.